Welcome back. Fiji has been appointed to the post of Secretary General for the Southeast Asian Pacific Audiovisual Archival Association, SEPAVA. The association was formed in 1996, with Fiji becoming an associate member in 1998. Fiji representative, the Director for Information, Setaita Natai, said the appointment augurs well with government's policy of forging relations with Asian member states.
For Fiji, given the policy of government in moving towards the Asian countries, it augurs well with the overall policy of government. And for our ministry, we're leading the way. In the region, and I say the region, Fiji is the only full institutional member. There's Papua New Guinea, there's Yap in the Micronesia, and there's also, of course, Australia and New Zealand. So our being appointed as a member was basically mooted by our two partners of Australia and New Zealand to have Fiji as the elected member. They actually nominated Fiji.
The Ministry of Information is responsible for all archival materials for Fiji and has more than 1 million records stored in its archives. MINFO has audiovisual collections of well over 500,000 hours of 16mm film format, 3/4-inch U-matic low and high band, as well as SP Betacam materials from the 1940s until today. Ms. Natai said the biggest threat to our audiovisual archives is the way they are stored, and most are formatted in a way where they cannot be used because they rely on old technology. This, she said, is why it is so important to invest in new technology and convert these records in a proper format for future generations to view, because these materials are the heritage of Fiji.
We have a national archives, and the policy states that any records published that's beyond 14 years should be given to the National Archives of Fiji. Published records, there is. But currently, the audiovisual arm of getting those audiovisual materials to the National Archives is still very much yesterday. So the Permanent Secretary had said that by next year, 2012, we will be really seriously looking at retrieving, restoring, and then making the collection accessible.
The Department of Youth and Sports hopes to impact the rate of recidivism when it trains 80 inmates under its Seeds of Success Empowerment Program in the coming month. 2 sessions have been planned, with the first starting next week at Namboro Minimum Security Prison.
Central Eastern Principal Youth Officer William Nisara said the move is a milestone achievement because as a motivational program, they will be breaking new ground in terms of introduction to inmates. It has come a long way from its origins as the Positive Mental Attitude Training Initiative to a means of reforming prisoners. He said the request had come through the Fiji Correction Services after we organized a training of trainers, which was attended by some of their officers earlier this year. The training will be held for the first 3 days at the Namboro Minimum Security Prison from the 21st to the 24th of June, with a second training to be held at the Super Prison from the 5th to the 7th of June. Mr. Nisara said the Seeds of Success program has the potential to impact and to reduce the rate of recidivism because it looks at the whole person, the spiritual, mental, physical, economic, and social aspects of a person and their life situation. He said the principles, or the 12 seeds, began and ended by affirming that every individual's true nature was spiritual, adding it is essential to building character and taking charge of one's life, if the person so wishes, to live a life of integrity, honesty, and good character. Mr. Nisara said, this is a pilot program and hopefully the Seeds program will one day be undertaken by all inmates and conducted throughout all prisons, including Lambasa and Lautoka.
The Cambridge Fiji Farm Limited in Olosara, Singatoka is taking farming to another level through mechanization. In visiting the farm on Thursday, the Minister for Primary Industries, Chokitani Dhokanasinghe, said the initiative taken by the company shows investors confidence, and this will meet the ministry's objective towards reducing imports. Government is committed to ensuring that continual improvements are made to our existing national infrastructural needs and in particular to the agricultural sector. In speaking to the farmers in Olosara, Singatoka, Mr. Dhokanasinghe said if farmers around the country are serious about moving onto the commercial side of farming, mechanization is truly the way to go. Under government's demand-driven approach programs, the Singatoka Valley Improvement Program has utilized $200,000 for enhancing agricultural export, farm mechanization, and land drainage in the Nandronga and Navosa provinces. Dhokanasinghe said through this program, the Nandronga and Navosa Agriculture Department can now assist farmers meaningfully. Cambridge Farm Limited Managing Director Narayan Shankar Lingam says the family-owned business invested about $500,000 and purchased farm machines, boom sprayer, rotavator, seed planter, 3 tractors, harvester and fertilizer applicants. With already 4 hectares of land under potatoes, Lingam says the availability of his machines has enabled him to carry out the tasks in a shorter period of time. Cambridge Farm Limited also provided 2 tractors, one for the Upper Navosa area and the second in the Mid-Valley area. These machines are available at an affordable higher rate. Mr. Dhokanasinghe said the Cambridge Fiji Farms Limited must also be commended, and this marks another achievement towards business-focused agriculture sector. He went on to say that there is also a challenge for local farmers to take advantage of the incentives offered by the government to enable farmers to improve farm production methods and ultimately their livelihood and those of their workers. Farmers around the country are advised to visit the nearest agriculture stations for further advice as well as technical expertise on farming. Stay with us, the continuous work to keep our borders free from diseases and pests.